Okay, so let's talk through the media library in more depth. So media library, I've uploaded a bunch of content here. So let's quickly run through the options. Obviously add new, you can add new media there. You can also do the same there. So you can display in this format with less information but more visually, I would say. You get more, you see more on the screen, or you can view it more in a table format with more information immediately accessible. You can filter if you choose by images, audio, video, etc. All dates sorted by date, filter by dates. Search, if you have so much content, you can even do a search through it. And screen options, I would say generally you want to display as much as possible, but you may want to display more items per page if you have a lot, but you don't want to be clicking through page after page. Like I'm already on page 1 of 2, and actually I don't like that. I'm going to change this to, let's bump it up to 30, or we could just select that. Actually, let's just put 50 and apply, so we get everything on one page. Okay, so it shows you the name, the file, the actual file name. You can delete, you can view, you can edit, you can do a bulk delete if you choose. Okay, and it shows you who the author is, who it belongs to, who uploaded it. Okay, uploaded to, is it attached or unattached? If we scroll down, you'll see some of the images are attached to pages. They're used in those pages. I could detach for whatever reason. And actually, out of curiosity, let's do that. So there's the bullseye, and it's used in the home page. So let's take a look at the home page. No, we want the home page. There we go. So let's detach it and see what happens. Okay, detach. So now if we go down, okay, it's unattached. So let's refresh. So yeah, the image is still there. It's just not specifically attached to the page. Okay, so whether an image is attached or not doesn't have any immediate impact on the page or the post itself, as you can see. There are some potentially advanced functionality options this impacts, but I'm not going to be talking through that in this course. It's slightly beyond the scope of what I'm talking through here. So generally, if you apply an image to a page or post through that page or post in WordPress, it automatically gets attached. Whereas if you upload it, as I've done, through the media library, then you get a lot of unattached images or unattached media, and you can attach everything if you want, or I would say there's no real harm in leaving it unattached, and it's there if you want to use it for a future page or post. So as you can see, yeah, for here, this is attached to a post. So if we were to add an image directly within a page or a post, it would automatically be attached. Okay, so let's look through the editing options. So firstly, images. You can change the name, and then, I mean, it may appear in different places depending on your theme and depending how you use images, but generally you can give it a title here, and visitors to your site won't actually see the title. It's just for your reference, but you know, something meaningful, something easy to understand, so for yourself and for readers potentially is beneficial. Okay, There's some information about the image here. The full address of the image, the name, the type, size, dimensions. And you can add a default caption to the image if you choose. We can do that now actually as an example. Okay, so I put a more detailed title. And even though it's not something I generally use, and I would say you don't use image captions that often, well, you may do, it depends exactly how you want to present images on your site. I've just put a very quick caption which is somewhat relevant to the image itself. Alternative text, you generally want to include that. That's, as mentioned, that's text that displays if the image can't display for whatever reason. So I think, let's say bar chart showing business growth. That's probably close enough. So again, that appears if the image can't display, and also it's more context for the search engine, so may potentially attract a bit more traffic that way. And you can add a more detailed description if you want, but I'm not going to bother with that in this example. Okay, so let's save that. And let's look at the attachment page. There we go, so you can see how it looks. There's the title, there's the caption. Now this attachment page generally wouldn't be visited by anyone. It's just, yeah, you generally wouldn't want people to visit this. This is just for you to see how the image looks, but generally images are inserted directly into pages or posts, of course. Okay, so let's click on edit. Oh, actually, we've lost the caption. So let's refresh. Okay, there we go. So edit image. So here you can apply some light imaging directly to the image in WordPress. So well, first of all, you can click, hold and drag. And if you're happy with that, you can crop. You can crop to that selection. Okay, so we've removed everything outside of that box we just drew. We can rotate counterclockwise, rotate clockwise, flip vertically, and flip horizontally. And actually, let's flip it vertically again. And yeah, you can undo and you can redo. Okay, so we've done image crop. You can restore the original image if you choose, or you can scale the image larger or smaller. Larger, if you make it a lot larger, it may potentially make the image quite fuzzy. And often, really, I would say you generally want to do editing in a dedicated image editing program like Photoshop is what I meant to say, like Photoshop, or there's even Paint in Windows. There's free editing software called GIMP. There's lots of options. And I would generally make an image look how you want it to look, and then maybe upload it to WordPress rather than doing edits in WordPress. But this is an option. So you can scale the image, and the ratio of the height and the width should stay equivalent as you change the dimensions. So if we change the width to 400, you'll see how the height changes. Let's try again. There we go. So 400 has now become 400 by 300, so we can scale to that smaller size. Actually, let me cancel that and save the images so far. Save the changes so far. And let's do one more edit and scale. Okay, so it's currently 462 by 341. Let's change that to 400 and it becomes 400 by 295 scale. And yep, done. It seems to have saved that automatically. So let's update. So actually, let's just check anything else on this page. No, we've covered all the rest of it, the description, the alternative text, the caption, and so on. So update. Okay. And back to library. So that's how you can edit images. You know, if you, as well, we touched upon attached and unattached. Again, it's not something I would really worry about at this stage, but you can, if you choose, click on attach and attach it to one specific post or page. Okay, and there we go. It is attached. Alright, so let's move on to audio and video, test.mp3. So as you can see, WordPress supports different formats of media. Let's go edit. So similar functionality, each of these media elements has their own attachment page, although of course people shouldn't be visiting that. That's just for you really. You can add a caption, you can add a description, you can add metadata as it's called to audio, so you can specify an artist and an album. And there's information here, file name, file type, file size, etc. You can even set a featured image for this audio if you choose. So that's it, and then you can just play it and click through if you want. Okay, actually pause that. I didn't mean to click on that right now, but yeah, it's WordPress even has a built-in audio player, which is handy. So back to library, and finally let's look at a video. Edit that. Okay, again, attachment page. We can play it if we want, but I'm just going to pause that. And you can just flick through it. So WordPress even has its own video player, quite basic but functional video player. And importantly, it's an HTML5 video player, not Flash. So it doesn't depend on the person visiting your site to have Flash enabled, because less and less devices and web browsers are supporting Flash by default. For example, iPads don't support Flash at all, so you need an HTML5 video player, which is what this is. Okay, and information here again, file name, file type, file size, length, etc. Okay, and same caption, description. Okay. So that's more of a deep dive than we've done in the past into the media library. So yeah, so we've uploaded images, we've uploaded audio, we've uploaded video. You can even upload different, other file types as well, which you may want to host on your site for people to download. And yeah, actually, let me just go back to that, add new. You may find you have something similar. Actually, sorry, let me come to that in just one moment. So you can upload media in this way. You can just drag from your computer here, or you can click on the box on here to get a box that allows you to browse your computer. Okay, standard dialog box that allows you to search your computer for files. Or if this isn't working, you can choose the more old-fashioned browser uploader, and you can choose files and upload them, and it's just more clicks and slightly slower process, but it works fine. If for whatever reason what they call the multi-file uploader isn't working for you by default. But notice, okay, here on my hosting setup, I've got a maximum upload file size of 4 megabytes. It may be possible to get around that by speaking to my web host and seeing if they can change that for me. But, if you're on shared hosting in particular, there may be such restrictions for security reasons, or just so your website doesn't slow down other people's websites sharing the same web server. But on shared hosting, there's one computer, one web server running lots of people's websites. That's what shared hosting is. So sometimes web hosts put in restrictions so what you're doing doesn't negatively affect what other people's sites. So if you want to offer large files for download, you may need to upload them to Amazon AWS or other CDN, content delivery network, and that completely gets around this issue and may even offer a better experience to people visiting, and may even actually keep your bills down. So if you have large files for people to download, maybe do put them on Amazon and then just link to there from within WordPress. And you can actually do that with videos as well. You can host videos, you can upload videos to Amazon and then embed them into WordPress, and people won't realize the videos are coming from Amazon because it's all behind the scenes. So I think that pretty much covers the media library. But I would say more often than not, unless you're going to do some of the advanced editing we've talked through, you generally either use this to upload in bulk, or maybe don't even use it at all and just add images or add other media directly within pages and posts as you create them and edit them.